are your thoughts? I mean, if something big enough came across the board, would you trade Austin Reeves, or are you keeping him if you're at Lakers management?
If you don't have 23 on your jersey, you on the trading block.
Plain and
All
simple.
y'all can go. Yeah, all y'all. AD, all y'all can go.
Only number 23 is safe.
Man, that's if your name ain't the Kane, you ain't good.
You ain't safe.
You ain't safe.
Unplugged, Jack. We're back. Our weekly catch up. What's going on with you?
Cooling, bro. Just trying to shake off that bullshit ass loss.
Yeah, I thought you was on suicide watch. Them Cowboys. How about them boys? I sent you
Hey
every meme
man,
on Instagram I saw. It was a tough one for you guys, man.
say what people don't understand is people don't know you. I knew the shit was coming. That's why I ignored your ass. And I was gonna continue to ignore your ass till this shit was over. Until you text me
Bro.
something that makes sense. As soon as you text me something that makes sense, I send him my heart back.
Bro, I seen like 12 memes. I guess you could just laugh it off at this point because you guys are accustomed to being a solid regular season team and have a bunch of expectations for beating loser teams during the season, and then when the lights turn on, it's just a little different.
Yeah,
You're gonna be all right,
that's
man.
basically it ain't it, you can't deny that. I mean, I've grown to, me, especially with me being the champion, everybody ain't champions. Dak is a regular season guy, and I'm just come to grips with Dak is not a champion, dog. He can't play in those big games. And I can give you an example. Kyle
Mm.
Korver's first 3 quarters, you better not leave him, but get the ball to Kyle Korver with 3 seconds left. That shit is a brick. So everybody
Stupid.
can't make the shots in the big games.
Well, man, Mike McCarthy's old team, the Green Bay Packers, came in and handled it with the young Jordan Love. First playoff start comes in there. They have you guys down 27 in the first half. In your opinion, Jack, do they pursue Belichick?
No, it'll make it worse.
Yeah, see, I kind of thought, and I say this with all due respect, I remember when, Phil left for a while, then went back to the Knicks, and it was kind of a train wreck. I feel like, Bill had a great run, and it'd be interesting to see if he still wants to coach, but I would let that be. I think that this younger wave of new coaches is coming through with different, philosophies, like the Miami coach, and all these younger guys are kind of coming new, similar to the NBA, where these young coaches are
Hmm.
kind of coming in and out with the old ways. So, be interesting to see what Bill Belichick wants to do. He's going to be able to do whatever he wants. Obviously one of the greatest coaches we ever seen, but we'll have to stand by and see what
We don't
happens.
want we don't we don't want him over there, Matt. We don't want him over there. We need to get rid of Dak and McCarthy. And I wish we can trade Jerry Jones motherfucking ass because he really the one got the organization cursed. You know what I'm saying? Boys real life cursed, dog. And then again, like I said, but on the bigger note, on the real note, if you'd have seen their body language coming out during the game, like the body language was just off, dog. As an athlete, you can tell the demeanor of somebody who in the game, who ready to go, who passionate about being in this moment. They wasn't there, and that's why they got their ass blown out.
That was tough. They say the Green Bay Packers have more wins on the Cowboy in that stadium than the Cowboys do in the playoffs, which is crazy.
Okay, okay, man. All right.
Comedian Sam Morrell says something like, that might not be his proper last name, but they said they haven't seen Jerry Jones this upset since they passed the Civil Rights Act. I mean, the jokes were
He
flying.
shit. I mean, shit. That's the truth. He got us cursed.
Our man Gilly said Dak Prescott ain't shit, but a modern day Tony Romo. Jack, if you had to win one game and you had to pick Dak or Tony Romo to do it for the Cowboys, who would it be?
I'm really picking neither one of them. I go with the quarterback of the movie
Friday
Longest
Night
Yard.
Lights.
I go
What
with the
about
quarterback
Jimmy?
off the.
What
I
about?
go Adam Sandler. Longest yard before I pick one of them niggas. But if I
I
had
think
to,
we.
I picked
I think
I,
I'm.
I, I picked Tony Romo because Dez caught that. He threw that beautiful pass to Dez in Green Bay. They call that a catch. We in the Super Bowl, so you know
True.
what I'm saying. I'll take Romo.
I'll take Willie Beeman for 300, please. Moving on. Lakers, this point last year, have the same mark as they do this year, 19 and 21. They feel like the world is going to end. Darvin Ham said he hates that everyone lives and dies with every game. I mean, that's just what it is now with the media and the Lakers in particular. Currently bottom 10 in offense, 3 pointers made, rebounds. Jack, is there any hope for this team, the Los Angeles Lakers?
Yeah, I mean, it's hope, but it just they be crazy with how they be looking at this team. Like, okay, perfect example, man. Every time Braun lose, they kill the team. They kill the team. They don't put no responsibility on any other team who has the best player. They throwing all responsibility on the best team. These guys are role players for a reason because they can play a role at anywhere else. But the stars, a lot of night you got to over exceed your expectations for your team to be great. Tim Duncan had a quadruple double for us to win the NBA championship. Stars, they got to do just some amazing shit for their teams to be great. And yeah, we know that the supporting cast is trash. They playing like trash. AD, I don't know what to say about him. I don't even know why we still talking about him. It is what it is. But Braun is playing great, but at the same time, some type of way, if they don't make no moves, he got to get them guys going to be in the hunt to win another championship. But getting swept again like they went out last year by Denver, I mean, that's not a good look, bro.
I think to have the same record that they had last year, obviously Trey Westbrook, get these younger pieces in and make the Western Conference Finals where they overachieved. That's up to everyone to decide on their own. But I always thought that this team was built for the playoffs. I think they just have to
Mm-hmm.
get to the playoffs. I'm not saying they're going to win, but they're a team that's led by an older man in LeBron and AD. And then they have a bunch of role players. So they have a lot of size, a lot of length. I think the playoffs where you
Mm-mm.
get a day or two off in between each game, they can, Bron can make in-game adjustments for the team. Um, I think this team, I just think it's too early to really, as much as they're being harped on, I think it's too early just to really kill this team off. I think they definitely had the assets to make a move if they want. Hachimura, D'Lo, been up and down. They can create some cap space to go out there and get a player. But again, I don't ever count LeBron all the way out, especially this early in the season. So we'll have to see. Obviously, a lot of
He
big
doing
names
his
on them.
job.
Oh, definitely doing his job. A lot of big names on the market. Stack. I'm gonna name a few off. Zach Levine, who I think could fit solidly in LA because they need a bucket getter, they need a shooter. He could do
Mhm.
both those. I really like marketing out of Utah. We'll see if they let him go. Obviously, DeRozan's on the market. Pascal Siakam. DeRozan's been linked to the Knicks. They said they said Levine's contract is ugly. He gets 40 million up until the year 2027, so he's not really a hot topic amongst teams. But DeVar, on the other hand, has an expiring contract. Siakam was linked to the Kings at one point, but the Kings weren't budging with Keegan Murray, so they're out the race. The Warriors and Pacers have been linked to him. Jack, any names on there really intrigue you and really feel like this one player can get this team over the hump?
Well, let me say this first. When I was saying Siakam wasn't a number one guy, when I was saying all this about Siakam a year ago, I was hating. I was hating. It's clearly he's not a number one guy. He made some good money. He was in a great situation with other players where he played a great role. And now y'all see with him being the number one guy, he's definitely not that. I've been saying that. I told y'all that. Now y'all trying to trade him to make him a third or fourth guy somewhere else. That's where he belongs. If he go to the Warriors, he'll be a great fit for the Warriors because he's an energy guy. He can do all the dirty work. He's another guy that can play defense as well. He got a high energy. They could use him. But I told y'all he was not a number one guy. DeRozan to the Lakers would be great. They tried to do that before. I think that move would be great. That's Zach Levine going anywhere would be great because he's a great scorer. He's a solid guy and a defender. But I think for the most part, the guy that I said wasn't the number one guy, Siakam going to Golden State. I think that's a big move for them because they need some energy. They need some change over there.
Whether it's Golden State or even Indiana, I like Indiana and
Yeah.
Halliburton and Miles Turner. The way them boys are playing well. Hopefully Halliburton will be okay. He had a hamstring injury last week, but I like him there. I like marketing to the Kings too. I think a bigger guy that is versatile, that could roam around as a five almost, or push the bonus to the five and let him be the four. I think that'd be a good look in Sacramento, but it's going to be interesting to see. The trade deadline is always like reality TV, man. When it comes down to the wire, a lot of wild shit is going to happen leading up and the day of. So always exciting to see because these moves that people make. Lakers made great moves at the trade deadline last year, and ended up in the Western Conference Finals. So we'll have to see where these guys land. Oh, real quick, Jack, something I forgot to touch on. Austin Reeves, obviously a friend of the program, has had a very solid year, got rewarded. It seems like the Lakers are really reluctant to trade him. What are your thoughts? I mean, if something big enough came across the board, would you trade Austin Reeves, or are you keeping him if you're at Lakers management?
If you don't have 23 on your jersey, you on the trading block.
Plain and
All
simple.
y'all can go. Yeah, all y'all. AD, all y'all can go.
Yeah. Only number 23 is safe.
Man, if your name ain't the Kane, you ain't good.
You ain't safe.
You ain't safe.
Yeah, they good. They just ain't safe. Another thing, actually, shout out Mello and Mero. They started their new podcast, 7 p.m. in Brooklyn. Dope. I've caught a little bit of it. But Mello has something to say a little bit about Denver and giving number 15 to Jokic. Felt that it was a petty maneuver to avoid retiring his number. Jokic in response says, I think I've been wearing 15 my whole life, so maybe it was requested. Um, is Melo wrong for thinking this? I mean, Melo put a lot of work in. Obviously, his accolades don't measure up to what Jokic has been able to do. As great as Melo was, and to me, one of the hardest players I ever guarded, hands down. Jokic is different. Is there a world, Jack, where at the end of the day, both number 15s get retired, or you think it'll be Jokic?
Well, I think they both deserve it. I mean, obviously the guy that's putting the banners up always gets to say so. It ain't no question. It ain't
Mm-hmm.
no knock to Melo. That's just what
No.
it is. We both got high respect for Melo. That's my boy,
Mm-hmm.
and his jersey deserves to be retired. No question about it. But he's put a banner up in there and might put another one in there. So I would give Jokic the nod before Melo, but at the same time, they both deserve it.
Yeah, there's always it's always weird. I think when stars exit places because no one really ever knows what happens. Is it a clean handshake? Is it dirty business leaving? Is it shady business leaving? So you never really know what kind of terms Melo was able to leave on. But I know that dude number 15 when we was playing in Denver was a problem every single night.
Nobody wasn't
So
watching Denver before he got there.
nah, hell nah. Mello, and then they picked up Chauncey and Kmart and all them other dudes. That was a tough ass
Nene,
team. J.R. Smith,
Jelani whack
Nene.
ass. Jelani whack ass was over there.
Nah, but number 15 with the long with the embrace was tough, boy. But yeah, obviously Jokic's track record speaks for itself. So Jack, the NFL playoffs are here. One of my favorite times of the year. How you feeling about Dallas?
I feel confident. We do things at times that wouldn't surprise me, but I'm feeling pretty good. We're gonna make it happen.
You sound scared to me. We've teamed up with DraftKings, an official partner of the NFL, and right now they have an offer you don't want to miss.
All customers can get a no sweat bet. Get a bonus bet back if your same game parlay or your same game parlay X bet doesn't hit. Max reward limits apply.
Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app now, sign up, and use our promo code SMOKE.
If you're a new customer, listen up. Right now on DraftKings, new customers can bet $5 and get $200 in bonus bets instantly.
Combine multiple bets together for a shot at an even bigger payout.
Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app now. All new customers use promo code SMOKE. That's promo code SMOKE only at DraftKings Sportsbook. The crown is yours.
We shall see. OKC, man. Shout out OKC, man, and their management. I think they might have one of the best management teams in the game. What they've been able to do with trades and assets and drafting. They're tied for first in the West right now. Chet Holmgren he was our pick. I think he was both of our picks for Rookie of the Year when we sat down with him in the summertime. Shea, SGA, 31, 6, and 6, and 2.5 steals a game. Should be right up there. Let's start with Chet. 18 points a game, 7 rebounds, 2.5 blocks, 56% from the field, 40 from three, 80 from the free throw line. I mean, this dude is really making a name for himself in his second year, but rookie campaign because he didn't get to play last year. What do you think about Chet?
I'm high on Chet, man. I got a chance to coach him at the Allen Iverson Classic, and got a chance to spend some time with him and his pops, man. I realized how much he loved the game of basketball. Right, like he has that passion we had of the kid getting on the plane, traveling to AAU with his basketball. He was that kid. You know what I'm saying? He's just 7 foot with all the intangibles that you need to be a pro, and he doing that. I'm proud of him, man. I'm glad. I told him at the opposite game, just get stronger. You have everything in your game, and he's showing them. And to shout out to Sam Presti, who was the management over there in OKC. Sam Presti was in San Antonio with me when I was there. He's a smart guy, been a smart guy, raised under that championship mentality in San Antonio, so he know what he's building. And to put Chet alongside a guy like SGA, who should be front runner for MVP this year, they definitely did the right thing with taking their time and building this team because they're gonna be good for the next 10 years.
And they got a lot of young pieces too. Is Chet in the top five centers in the league conversation? I mean, you think Embiid, you think Jokic, Sabonis out in Sac, Bam in Miami. I don't know if you count AD as a center or not. Gobert, Sengun, who I really like out in Houston, Porzingis in Boston, which I love, and Lopez. Is Chet, where do you have Chet in that mix? Although it's only season one, I definitely think he's in the conversation for sure.
Well, center wise, because he's young and his body's still developing. I'm gonna put him number 4 behind Embiid. I mean behind Jokic, Embiid, and Gobert. Gobert can't score as well, but he's still, as far as the center, he's at the top of the league in rebounds, top of the league in block shots. And Chet, I think Chet is definitely real close to passing him.
It's going to be interesting. Like I said, just only first year in a world of talent, a versatile player. Really excited to see kind of him and Wimby's development and kind of
Hmm.
changing the framework of the game with 6 7 foot plus guys doing what they do. Again, SGA 31 6 6 and 2.5 steals. Definitely should be in the MVP conversation. His team is number one at the West. You think about what Tatum and Boston are doing, number one in the East. Embiid, Jokic, Anthony Edwards, Luca's always putting in work. Is where do you have SGA when you think MVP thus far of this season?
I gotta put him number 1 on my list right now. I mean, for what he's
I'm
doing
not
for
mad at that.
OKC, you know what I'm saying? And I got 1A, 1B. You know, him and Anthony Edwards. I got them 1A and 1B.
Ooh,
Considering
young boys are coming through.
yeah, considering where their teams are right now, you know they're tied for first in the West. I think both of these guys are having career years. SJ 31 6 and 6. I mean, goddamn, how much you want a player to do? You know what I'm saying? He's doing everything on the court for this team, and just the constant growth from this kid, the confidence. Recently he just hit a game winner. He's doing everything he needs to do to be a leader, to be a face of the NBA, and to be an MVP. And I'm proud of him. I'm a big fan of SGA.
Yeah, I love SGA. You remember if people remember back, the one thing that almost broke up Kawhi going to the Clippers was Doc Rivers didn't want to trade SGA. He saw some in
Hmm.
SGA and he was really hesitant, really right up until Kawhi, I guess said if PG doesn't come, I'm not going. But it could be SGA and Kawhi with the Clippers right now if
Mm.
Kawhi had
That's
kind
dangerous.
of
That's
saw what Doc
dangerous.
said. Yeah, right. Recently, Stephen A. Smith went on a 40-minute rant with fellow media member and personality Jason Whitlock, saying you betray me, called him a fat piece of shit, brought out a lot of receipts and a lot of names that feel the same. I remember our brother AI had something to say about him because he tried to pull some sneaky shit on Chuck. Um, Thoughts on 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 this situation and on Whitlock? We both had a chance to work with him. We kind of first started in media, Jack.
Yeah. He rubbed me wrong every chance he got, man. I think every time I'm on the show with him, he made it a point to say the worst shit he could say to go against black people. Like one thing people don't understand, like to hate on somebody, that takes effort. To spread love, that takes no effort. But to hate on somebody, you got to actually sit there and start and build up some shit to actually hate on somebody. And that's what he does, right? He builds up the hate. You know what I'm saying? Instead of just being speaking his real opinion on shit, he always try to go to the left side of it. And that's what I don't respect about him. Like even I would even say this, I had some good conversation with him. He's a very intelligent dude, but he used his intelligence to be the biggest clout chaser.
Yeah, I mean, I agree. Very intelligent dude. Very intelligent dude. But I feel like he goes out of his way to attack the black community, to attack people in the black, whether it be athletes or entertainers or even in fellow members of the media. He goes out of his way to attack the black side of it and antagonize people on these larger platforms because he wore his welcome out. on a major platform. So it's just weird. His energy is weird, but he's found a fan base that loves that because it's weird. Every once in a while, I'll go and kind of look at. I looked in his comments after the Stephen A. shit, and just to see kind of he's on that Fox News side, and those people love any kind of puppet black person that will attack blacks and attack this side, and he's found a home with that. But if you look at you look at his comments, there's a line in the sand. You could see the way he moves and who supports him, and the people that
Hmm.
are against him and what they look like. So it's a crazy situation. Again, 2024, man, people are not holding their tongue. I was talking to Stephen A. Smith during that shit, and he had me rolling via text. And people just aren't. People are not going no more. If you do someone wrong, taking the high road, I guess. What did Michelle Obama say? When they go low, we go high. Motherfuckers are not going high no more. They're coming at your neck.
Hey,
Period.
but then again too, Matt. Like, I'm glad this happened because this shows the difference between hating and disagreeing. Stephen A. disagreeing with him for how he handles something. What he be doing, he just be hating on
Yikes.
people. You know what I'm saying? And the world don't understand the difference between somebody disagreeing. We not gonna agree. We gonna have different opinions on things. But what he
Hmm.
doing, you know what I'm saying? Stephen A. got everything going on. Why he has no reason to hate on Whitlock, but he disagreeing with the way he handles certain things. Whitlock, he just straight up hate.
No, Whitlock is a hater, and we disagree with Stephen A. all the time, but that's someone I fuck with. Like Stephen A. is my guy, and I definitely don't always agree with him, but at the same time, there remains that mutual line of respect. So
Yep.
we'll see what happens with that situation. Most Def recently said that Drake is not a hip hop artist. He relates his music to shopping and Target. He said Drake is pop to me. Stack, is that a diss? Is that obviously it's his opinion? I've always been a fan of Most Def, but I'm also a fan of Drake and respect his body of work, and the numbers really don't lie. When you heard that, what'd you think?
Yassine Bey is my guy. I'm a big fan of Most Def. I rock with him tough. I follow him on Instagram. I follow Drake too. And for me, being such a big fan of both of them, I think that's a compliment because Drake does make music for everybody, and how many people can say they can do that? So to put Drake in his own category would say he's pop. I wouldn't put him in pop. I say Drake can make any type of music that anybody else has ever made, and make shit that come up with some new shit. Everybody can't do that, and I think that's what separates Drake. Yeah, see, some of his songs do sound like you shopping, but then he might make a song too to make you feel like you want to do a drive by. Then he might make a song to make you want to sing to your girl. Then he might make a song to
Yeah,
make you want to go get some money. Then he might make a song you want to go
versatility.
do something. Yeah, you know what I'm saying. Drake can make all kind of music, so
Hmm.
you can't put Drake in no box. So I think it's a compliment. Drake can make any type of music.
Yeah, I mean, I think some people might take it as a diss, but at the same time, not everybody can be played in Target, in shopping malls. And the fact that you could be played in Target, you could be played in the streets, you could be played in the club, you could be played literally on vacation, you could be played anywhere, I think speaks to his versatility. But who knows if it was a shot at him or just kind of what it is. Our next episode coming up on All the Smoke is the legendary Mike Will made it Thursday. DraftKings, All the Smoke YouTube. Make sure you check it out. Jack, he said he's gonna have a little jingle for us for an intro, so we got to make sure we check in on him about that.
Man, a lot of people said they had a lot of shit for us after the show. After I had to say that hard ass sentence at the end of every show, and they didn't understand how hard it was getting that shit out after blunts and doing all the shit I did before I had to say that, and they ain't kept their end of the deal. So all you motherfuckers who watching this right now, if you was on our show and you said and you heard me ask that hard ass question that I probably fucked up while you was there, come on, man, do your part.
Pay your dues.
Talking
We
about.
appreciate you. Stay locked. Jack and I are headed to New York next week. Cold as shit out there, but we hopefully sit down and have some great interviews. Jack, our brother Ice Cube has something done amazing a couple days ago. Want to give him his flowers?
Yeah, shout out to Ice Cube, man, doing something great with the Big Three. He's definitely a pioneer in the basketball space of what he's doing, and I think all he needs is more support. I think the fact that now that he's in the Hall of Fame and honored for what he's been doing and his humanitarian work and what he's doing for basketball, I think other people will come in now and stop blackballing.
Do you think they did that um, to
Put
kind
a
of
band-aid
soften
on
the
not
blow?
fucking.
Yeah, soften the blow because him and his team have been saying, the NBA has actively blocked opportunities for the growth of the league and money to come to the league? Is this the NBA's way of trying to shut him up?
Especially now he's a Hall of Famer.
Especially, I mean, he's doing it for the right reasons too. It's not, it ain't no gimmick to it. He just wanted to give dudes an opportunity. So, I mean, I definitely feel like the NBA should open up their ecosystem to Cube and allow that league to grow. So, congratulations again, Cube. And last but not least, our man Dwayne Wade got the news he will have his own statue uh, in Miami. Top three two guards of all time. He's number three for me behind MJ and Kobe. Jersey retired, multiple time champion, just an all around good dude. Congrats to our brother D.
Definitely deserved. Don't nobody else deserves a statue more than him. He is Dade County. He is Miami. I mean, it make all the sense in the world.
Absolutely. Well,
Hey, shout
appreciate
out
y'all
Deion
tuning.
Sanders too, man. Hold on, shout out
Oh yeah.
Deion Sanders, man. But Prime, you always showing us love. You know, we family. Y'all ain't see us in no games, but you know, we talk to Deion. I talk to Deion before every game in the morning. You know what I'm saying? That's our guy. He's showing us some love recently on his Instagram. So we send the same love back, Prime, and we will see you soon.
Yeah, definitely love Dion. That was a weird situation, Jack. And obviously, we didn't have this show when all that was going on, but I felt like it was too much at times, and I didn't want to be a part of too much. You know, what I mean, we have such a personal relationship with him that I felt like you get lost in the mix when, and it kind of became. I wonder when we sit down and talk to him, I want to wonder and ask him it all that shit. Although it was dope and new, we hadn't seen it. Did it ever become a distraction? Because every single game there was so many people there, and obviously, you know how locked in we try to be. When you have to be locked in to be even a college, definitely for professional, but you got to be locked in. So I wonder, did all that fanfare and all the love, there was a ton of hate too, but I just think there was a lot of shit going on. So I personally I really didn't want to add to it, but we definitely will catch up with Prime soon.
One thing about it, he know too, bro. He know the real love and the people that was coming for it to be beneficial for them.
For
He seen the
attention.
difference, but yeah, he seen the difference. But one thing about it, he was locked in on the goal, getting them kids better.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? One thing he used to he used to the cameras and lights. That ain't nothing new to him.
No, I'm excited for him. I'm excited for a full off season for him. Hopefully, he can continue to get some big recruits and help these kids out. So, man, that's a wrap for Unplugged this week. Follow us at ATSP on all platforms, and we'll catch y'all next week.
See y'all next week, motherfuckers.